You're listening to the Daily Sales Tips podcast, and I'm your host, Scott Ingram. Today's tip comes from Nick Cegelski. Nick is an enterprise account executive at SurePoint in LA and co-host of the podcast 30 Minutes to President's Club. He's also the star of episode 97 on the Sales Success Stories podcast. Here he is.
Engaging customers in virtual meetings is not always easy, especially when you have to deal with a group. It always seems like there's somebody who can't figure out how to get their audio to work, or another person who's in the back clearly doing other work and isn't participating. I found a couple strategies to make my virtual meetings better. The first is using video intentionally. And what I mean by this is you've got to turn your webcam on, and you have to ask your customers to turn their webcam on also. Most people feel out how a meeting's going to go from a video perspective before turning their webcam on. So make sure you start the meeting 5 minutes early, join, and keep your webcam on. Don't wait to see what the customer does. Then, if they join and they don't have a webcam on, ask them. You can be polite, and if they say no, that's fine. But most people, if you're polite and ask and already have yours on, they'll turn theirs on. The second is it's important to engage with everybody who's on the meeting in the first 5 minutes. Ask each person individually and by name if there's anything beyond what's on the already laid out agenda that they'd like to add. That forces them to speak up. Getting somebody to speak up in the first 5 minutes will yield greater participation from the entire group throughout the meeting. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think.
For more about Nick, a link to his own podcast, and his episode on sales success stories, just click over to DailySales.Tips/557 and we'll have it for you there. Once you've done that, be sure to come back tomorrow for another great sales tip. Thanks for listening.